I can hear you now. Can you hear me?
Yay! Awesome. Look, I
We
helped the
made
tech.
it. So much for being a CTO, right? Can't even get
Oh,
Discord working. Yeah. No, to be honest, I've not done Discord voice chats in Dubai because I'm based in Dubai now. In the UK, I never had this problem. So I'm in,
no, you
ready to
wouldn't have.
go.
No, of course.
Thank you to the
Awesome.
beautiful audience for waiting. Really appreciate you guys. Let's do this.
No, cool. See, I've been telling them you're the nicest guy in the blockchain space, so it's worth
No, I
waiting
appreciate that.
getting you back online. No, no, not at all. Okay, look, we'll let's talk about you for a few minutes. I've got lots of questions. You guys at LOKR have been super busy. Want to hear about everything that you've been doing, so I don't want to rush through that. But let's start with you, Anis. Tell us and tell the audience who you are, what you've been doing in this space, and how come you can't connect to Discord?
Well, then, yeah. So let's start with the Discord. The Discord. So obviously, I don't use it as much as others, but in this instance, I didn't realize I needed to be behind a VPN to get access to Discord. So it sounds like they blocked voice chat, and maybe video. I need to test it on Discord in Dubai. So now I'm behind a VPN. It seems to be working. Big shout out to Zenon for giving me that tip. Now we're online, we're live, great. So yeah, my background, like even like at the highest level, CTOs, we don't know what we don't know, right?
Yeah.
Just being honest there. Yeah.
No, I
Uh,
know. I know, you know. No, no. Yeah.
yeah, no, so
Sorry.
yeah,
I'm gonna give you
my
crap.
background, yeah, my background largely is actually web enterprise, right? So I came from a background working with companies like ASOS, Stanley Black& and Decker, HSBC, Wacom, robot manufacturing company called KUKA. So a lot of big enterprise businesses looking at how they can scale their technology and digital presence at a global and enterprise level, right? And I did that for a good um, 12 years, just over a decade as a consultant. And before that, I was at university. So I kind of quickly went into contracting and consulting. Um, Back in 2010. And then as COVID hit, the market sort of shifted. And I thought, you know what, maybe I should just risk it for a biscuit. And I jumped into blockchain, started working on LOKR with my business partner Imran, and I haven't really looked back. So I don't know if the audience knows much about my involvement with Nitro as well. So maybe we can elaborate on that as well because I did get involved and supported the blockchain team. So that would be probably a cool thing to discuss as well.
Absolutely.
Um,
Well, we'll
yeah,
talk about that. Then also, Imran was also supporting us at Nitro League for a while as well. So you guys, you've got the know-how in this space, and I think that's a good way to open it up. But let's talk about LOKR, and then we could talk about what Nitro League is doing with LOKR as well, and how you guys
yeah,
as individuals have hooked us up into this space. So that'll be good.
yeah,
Okay,
absolutely.
cool. So tell me, what is LOKR, first of all?
Yeah, so
The
Locker,
name.
Locker,
Tell me what the name
yeah,
of
Locker. So
Loker is. Yeah.
so Locker is just like it's just it's a short way of saying your locker or your vault. What's in your locker? It's all about. We actually initially wanted to. We come from when we started looking at what we can do in the blockchain space. There was a lot of what's known as rug pulls that were going on, right? People were investing in projects. They turned out to be fake with fake investors, and people just running away with the money. So we were looking at ways of locking liquidity,
Yeah.
or if you've invested, a way of having tokens locked and then vested to you over time. Because for a lot of projects, it's a very manual task every week sending out vested tokens to the investors or to individuals that have bought OTC with them. So
Yeah.
we created like a token solution that actually manages the locking and distribution, and actually encourages projects to lock their tokenomics in with us, because then there's less chance that they're just gonna dump the entire um, token economy onto the users that brought in early, right? So the idea is, if you're not locked up with us, then you're not a safe project to be with. That was kind of how. That's a harsh pitch way of putting it, but the thing is, if you look, liquidity is not locked up. The reality is it sits in the hands of the owners, and they can do whatever you want. So whatever they want. So if you don't trust the guys that are running the project for you, or there's no DAO mechanics behind it to manage the treasury, then you're probably in a project where a rug pull could occur. That's facts, right? It doesn't, yeah. So that's
No,
kind of where LOKR came
absolutely. I
from.
mean,
Yeah,
especially with the current events, I mean, it couldn't be more relevant than what's been happening these last few weeks that have been going by. Everyone's a
absolutely.
bit more cautious now with what's going on. So, I mean, it seems
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
Imran has always had foresight with a lot of this stuff. He's always seen a lot of this and what's been going on and super observant and drilling things down, and you as well. So this is
yeah.
quite suitable.
So yeah,
What you
you
guys are
can lock
providing
your
as a
tokens,
solution.
distribute your tokens. You can even mint a new token with us, right? We've got a token platform which is all about zero code, so you don't need to know Solidity. It allows projects to quickly create new tokens to tokenize their business. And we're also looking at, we've got a bridging solution that allows you to bridge between EVMs at the moment, and we're exploring other chains in the future. So we've got a few products. So we like really now we're positioning ourselves as, the go-to place for all your token operations. So yeah, it's super exciting place to be. I'm enjoying it.
That's awesome. That no, really, that's great. Because what I was reading and what I was understanding was with businesses, you're managing it for them for the vesting, but then a lot of people will go to Vault. So that's your dashboard that you have on LOKR, correct?
Yeah, yeah,
So
yep.
you've
So
got your
yeah,
Vault
so
dashboard for your portfolio, so you can have visibility there. And then now, is Vault available on this new app? Is that what you've done? You guys have built an app to help manage
yeah,
this for
so
individuals and
what happens
businesses?
is, so when someone comes and locks a token with us, right? A project comes and locks their tokens with us. They define a list of beneficiaries who are going to get these tokens. So there might be like 20 beneficiaries that are going to get, let's say, 100,000 tokens each over 12 months, right? Now that might be block-based
Mhm.
distribution, or it might be at date X, unlock 20% of the distribution over the next 12 months. So it might be monthly or it might be quarterly. You can define whatever schedule you want. There's no other token locking platform out there that allows you to have the customization in time that we give. So yeah, so you once they've locked it in, the beneficiaries, what's really beneficial for them is they get that dashboard view, right? They can come to our platform, connect their wallet, and they'll see all their token locks that are available and all the tokens that are being distributed to them, and they can claim their tokens that are available, right? And what we're working on right now is actually we're on the edge, right? We're really getting close to going live in production and mainnet with this. And this is where we're connecting with Nitro because you guys are looking to use our products. We're looking to go live with it very soon, but the thing that we've also introduced is kind of the idea that when projects are invested in by investors and funds and VCs, they kind of get into the private seed round, right? Which isn't really, I wouldn't say it's fair economics for the guys that want to get in who are retail, right? We don't have the same opportunities, which is kind of my background. I never had these sorts of opportunities to invest in projects at an early stage, and especially get to speak with project founders and stuff, to look at if their project was worth investing in before they'd even taken the idea and built a product. So VCs do get that opportunity. Now, with LOKR, we've built a way for VCs, right, to actually sell their vesting schedule, right? So let's say a VC's bought X amount of Nitro
Hang
V
on, Anis.
tokens.
Hang on a second.
Yeah. Ba-ba-da-ba. I'm hanging on.
You
Oh,
sorry,
you
you
lost me?
disappeared and just came back. Yeah, I
Am
lost
I back?
you in the middle, but you're back now again. So
Okay,
all
cool.
good.
Yeah, so
Sorry, we
I was
missed
just
some of
saying,
it. Sorry.
yeah, if anyone missed it, so the long story short is, if projects lock the tokens with us, the beneficiaries have the option to sell their vesting period. So let's say your tokens are
Mm,
locked up for 12 months, you can go and say, okay, I want to sell 20% of that vesting period to someone else. So someone else can come in, pay off-market price on our marketplace that we're building, which is called Swapper, and then 20% of that distribution will now go to person B who never actually invested in the project. So it actually opens up the early
Brilliant.
investor
Yeah,
options
yeah.
for retail investors, right? So that's super, super cool what we've done. And that's actually backed by an NFT. So what we've done is we've built like a NFT splitting protocol, which we're looking to evolve, right? Because for us, this is like, oh, wait, now you can have shared ownership of something. So imagine having shared ownership of NFTs. Um,
Oh,
in a way where
sugar.
you can
That's
split
awesome.
the
Yeah.
NFT. So it's super cool what we've done. So we're going to evolve that, but right now it's get our Locker platform out into mainnet, get into production, get projects onboarded, get them using it. Followed shortly by Swapper, which will enable retail investors to buy distribution or vesting schedules that the VCs have bought into, right? So it's great because the VCs can sell off early without impacting token price on the exchanges. And plus, when they're selling, they're not the new user that's getting them isn't getting them up front. They're getting them in the same vesting schedule. So
Wanted release.
when
Yeah.
when users are sold into this, oh, these tokenomics look great at the beginning of a project's life cycle, those tokenomics are actually adhered to and kept, right? Which is great, which is what we're all about. So adhere tokenomics, avoid rug pulls, people's vesting schedules, people's projects tokenomics are all locked up. It allows us retail investors to actually build trust with the projects that are out there.
That's fantastic. So I've got a few questions here because that's super exciting with what you're doing here. But how do you guys vet these other projects? I'm assuming you're not
Oh,
going to be like a
we're
open sea where you're
decentralized.
allowing everybody to come on board, but like
No,
how are
we
you
are.
saying
Initially, it's just we're going through a
open?
beta. We're going through a beta, so we're slowly onboarding a few projects, right?
Mhm.
Um, and then once we're comfortable and confident that the technology is sound on mainnet, then we'll just roll it out and make it decentralized because it really is a blockchain product that we want anyone and everyone to be able to use without our interference. Obviously, anyone come in and lock their tokens and say, look, our tokens are locked. And the users get a great dashboard where they can say, okay, I know there's not going to be any tokens coming into circulation for the next 12 months. So there's going to be X in circulation every month. So it's a safer investment for me because these only X amount of tokens might hit the market at this time, right? So as a retail investor, you become better informed about how the projects might play out, right? So it's something that people should
Yeah.
be watching for anyway, if they're investing in cryptocurrencies, and our product allows them to do that. So yeah, for us, it's keeping it decentralized, and really, it's the idea that look, do your own research, always do your own research. But now that they're locking the tokens with with Locker, sorry, and it could be using Bridger to get onto different chains. It's all about um, yeah, now that they're locking the tokens of Locker, right, you can trust them that little bit more, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, absolutely, absolutely. So now I think that's clear now what you're saying with the tokens and what you can do, and then with the marketplace and being able to purchase them ahead of time, which is awesome. But you mentioned NFTs and then sharing an NFT. How is that going to work? And how have you guys? What is the logic behind that? How did you break that down?
Okay,
And how can you make an NFT shared?
yeah. So basically, at the moment, we've got the idea that you can have a distribution NFT that actually gives you metadata that highlights, okay, this is what is owed to you over time, and this is what you should be getting, right? So for our scenario, it works really well where we can split it, update that metadata because we're not using immutable storage, but it can be changed um, on chain, that information, and then as we split it, you get different owners of what was originally the parent one. So the first NFT that we create never gets deleted, right? So what happens is that keeps a reference to all the child ones, and the child ones reference the parent NFT. So now you've got like this parent-child relationship. So imagine you had if we to evolve this into a NFT shared ownership model, you had one person that owned a Bored Ape, or one person that, yeah, and they wanted to sell 20% of it. They can go onto a marketplace and say, look, there's 20% of this for sale. Does anyone want to buy the other? Does anyone want to buy that? So it's 80%, 20%. Now, what that means is that person can probably make use of that NFT in all these play-to-earn games or these metaverse spaces, as well as the original owner. So, how that works is all about the technology that we build on top of it, and projects and products that actually adopt it. So it's early days yet, but we've got a mechanism
Yeah.
for on-chain saying that there's X number of people that are tied to this one NFT. So it's not just one-to-one relationship between an NFT and one wallet anymore.
Awesome.
Hope that
Awesome.
makes
So
sense. That
it's
that gets
kind of
quite
like
technical.
it was, but you're so good at explaining all this stuff. I kind of got it. It's
Okay.
good. It's really like fractionalizing, am I right? Fractionalizing an NFT so that people can actually share it and manage it. But I mean, again,
Yeah,
you're breaking it down.
that's the simplest way. Like to call it a way to fractionalize the NFTs, and each person owns a fraction. At the moment, what we have is, if that was to happen, then the NFT would need to be locked in one of our vaults. But we're looking at other ways we can potentially do that.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we went through now. So we talked about the app and what Vault is doing in your dashboard, what the marketplace is doing, and what you guys are looking to ramp up. And you've updated your website recently as well with all this information. So guys, go and check out their website. It's LOKR.io, if I'm correct. So go
Yep.
and get more information there. We'll try and share the link in the group chat. So if you have any questions, you can go and check out their site, and we'll see if we can get some questions answered for you. Then let's go into Anis. Let's talk about what we are doing together as partners, but also you've been really instrumental in supporting us in the Nitro League team with developing our blockchain and developing the game on the blockchain. So can we go into that a little bit? What have you been doing there? What has it been like for you?
Yes. So
How much time have
I
we
got
sucked up
involved.
of your life?
Not too much, to be honest, right? The team
Okay.
on
Okay.
Nitro
Good.
League has been fantastic, right? I got involved super early in terms of when we started looking at, okay, how do we bring races on chain? How do we distribute rewards, and how do we define who's won the race, and how do we keep that not centralized but decentralized, all that information, right? So for me, I treated it as a database and kind of built a system that I would do for the traditional world. So it's really about feeding that information on chain, and then based off of that, people can do all sorts of actions. It might be claiming their rewards, or it might be claiming NFTs in the future. But big props need to go out to the blockchain team that's there now, because I did V1. They've gone it to like V2, V3 internally, the blockchain part, and it's really evolved into a juggernaut of a product that's going to really be central to everything Nitro League does going forward.
Awesome. Did you hear that, guys? He called us a juggernaut. That's awesome. I like it. But it has been quite a feat for us. If you remember, you were helping us in the beginning. You've been a part of this journey, or you've been a part of this journey either through Imran helping us and supporting us in the beginning, in the early days. But we shifted our roadmap where we were planning on doing the multiplayer game in early Q1 of 2023. And as we did that, we actually ended up launching the garage in March. And then now we've launched the beta game, which is the simulated race. So we've put more pressure on our team to get a lot more out so people can get playing. What part did you have to play in all of that?
Yeah, so it's really reevaluating what's our MVP and what can we get to market sooner for our community to play with something. There's a lot of, play to earn games or play to own games or crypto based games out there that haven't released anything, right? It's just a pitch deck and pretty pictures. So it's really about, okay, what's our roadmap? What can we reshuffle and how do we get to market quicker? So we can prove that we've got something really cool for our community. And that's kind of where I got involved. So when we were workshopping out here in Dubai, I was involved then. And then obviously the architecture for the blockchain piece that's kind of supported and tried to help accelerate that. And now like the guys are up and running, going super 100 miles per hour. And I'm really excited to see what they do next because I'm not that involved anymore because, um, they're on their own 2 feet. So it's really, really, really going to be interesting, the near future for Nitro.
You're like Sensei Wu, and our team's like Kung Fu Panda now. Now they can go kick some butt on their own. Is that what you're saying?
That's what I'm saying, but I wouldn't give myself that higher praise.
No, Shifu, Master Shifu. You're
Master
Shifu,
Chief,
man.
yeah, that's it. Even Master Shifu, like, yeah, I wouldn't praise myself as the master, right? I'm always a fan that I'm always yeah. Good teams make good
No,
products,
no.
right? It's not an individual effort, and I'm really, yeah, I'm really pleased with what the guys are producing now, as a whole, and the trajectory the project's heading in. It's really cool.
That's awesome. No, that's awesome. And you've been a massive help with us and we've been enjoying that. So that's been
I
great.
appreciate that. Thank you.
No, absolutely. When I see you next time, I'll be calling you Master Shifu, though. You can't get away from that. So that's that's that. That's that. So I mean, I've covered what I wanted to go through. Oh, no, actually there was one thing that I was interested in was your grant program. You guys have said that you have a grant program for LOKR. Could you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so our grant program was really looking at, okay, so we are now established as like me and Imran have been in the blockchain space for so long, right? We really wanted to look at, okay, now that we've built our own products and we're building our own off service offering, is we will give grants to projects that are essentially looking to use Locker, but also um, have promising future ahead of them, right? Where we see, there's a spark in the eye of this entrepreneurial mind where someone's trying to build something, but they might not have the funds. It's a conversation, right? And initially, it was all about come and use our product. Come and use our product. That'll always be the case. We would love people to use our product, but it's more about having a conversation and investing in the Web3 and the blockchain space and supporting that narrative because we really do believe that it's here for the long run. In what shape or form that might be, it's up to everyone to speculate, and I appreciate everyone's speculation on where this technology is going to be. But always do your own research and make the best decision possible. But yeah, the blockchain technology is here to stay. I
Yeah,
think moving forward with future
yeah,
regulation, it'll be great. But we want to be investing in that, right? I mean, it's like the dot-com boom, and
absolutely.
similarly with metaverse boom now. I feel like this is all these spaces are just waiting for the next technology breakthrough, which I think is going to be quantum computing. Once quantum computing hits retail, I think the metaverse, the crypto, is going to go to another level. Um, but that's
You've
five to
just
ten
got
years.
to
That's
take
long
it
term
one step at a
thinking.
time. Yeah,
That's
exactly. I
long
mean,
term
look,
thinking. Yeah.
no, absolutely. I mean, if we were talking about this 20 years ago, and you were talking to my mom and dad, they're like, all right, what am I supposed to do with the website? And then here they are in their 80s on their phone using Google Maps, WhatsApping us, airdropping stuff, and then sharing photos and checking emails. You would have never imagined all of these things when we had first come up with the concept and started bringing out Web 2.0. So it is an exciting space. It's a lot to grasp. I'm still trying to get my mom and dad to understand an NFT, but that's for us. That's for us to work on, and that's technology and adapting everything. So when you're talking about quantum computing, we're going to see something happening in the future, and it's going to be the early
Absolutely,
adopters,
absolutely. I
you
mean,
guys coming
my
onto it, and
background
then
was I was what 14 when I tried to build a social media website, and then like 3 years later, Facebook came out. I'm like, man, I missed.
Dude,
If my family believed in me, no, I'm joking. They always believed in me. They love me. Um, if I
that's,
had the
that's harsh,
business
man.
mind at the age of 14, at the age of 14, I could have done something with it. But and then at the same time, when I started my first job, I was talking about I was building websites, and like, guys, don't you think that it would be cool if we had this website in a 3D space and we had experienced this web in a 3D way? And they laughed me out the room because I was this
Oh my
junior
God.
intern. But now it's like everyone wants the metaverse, and that's how they want to experience Web 3.0. So it's really interesting. I really do feel quantum is the next leap. Um, if we can get leaps in battery and the next evolution of 5G, I don't know, faster Wi-Fi, mobile data. Like there's some real infrastructural things to really change the way we do blockchain and metaverse that you should all be probably looking out for and doing some research on, because I think that's what's really going to accelerate our industries to another level.
Absolutely. It's going to be a slow shift and a transition, but a
Yeah.
lot faster than it was in the previous
Oh yeah. That's
iteration
just
of
that's
this.
just that's just my 2 cents. Yeah, it could go
Yeah,
anyway.
no,
It could
I
go
am
anyway. But yeah.
with you, Master Shifu. I'm with you. We have a few questions, I think, from the audience, and here is where I end up losing the page, and going to just see if anyone has any questions here. I know you may have posted some questions in the other group. Put your hand up. I'm happy to bring you up on stage, and you can speak with the one and only Anis, and ask him about LOKR and LOKR and Nitro League. And if you don't have any questions now, if you come up with something a little later, that's all right. You can post it, and then we can try and get some answers for you later on.
That's
Let's
fine.
see.
I'm in the Discord community, so just feel free to ping me if you have any questions.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
I
Let
can
me just
imagine
give it a
everyone's
minute.
watching the World Cup anyway.
Football, yeah. No, we've got a pretty good group out here. They're probably all sick of hearing about all the griping about Qatar and the football. There's like, let's just
Yeah,
watch some
just
football now, you know?
yeah, exactly. Let's watch some football. Let's set the.
Yeah. You got to
Well,
quit the
England are
jibber
winning.
jabber. You just love, man.
Yeah, England are winning 2-0. Awesome. I'm from the
Oh,
UK,
really?
so I fully support England. Let's go. Yeah.
Very good. My husband too. Otherwise, I'm not going to hear the end of it at the house. So that's good. Let them win tonight. That'll be good. Um, cool guys. I don't think anyone's popping up their head right now to ask any questions. But again, please ask your questions in the community group. Anis is on there. He's got his Homer logo, his Homer icon. You can see it right now. So just reach out to him at any time for any questions. Thank you for joining us today, Anis. It's always fun chatting with you and learning from you.
No, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been great to see Naturally evolve and grow, and it's great to see the community here joining in your AMAs. And I look forward to following the journey moving forward. Let's go.
We're taking you with us, man. You're not going anywhere. We're taking you with
No,
us.
no, I'm here with you guys for the whole journey.
Good,
Don't
good,
worry.
good. Don't go. All right, cool. All right,
Awesome.
guys, thank you
Right.
so much. We've got a few more AMAs coming up this week. So stay tuned. Go follow our channels. Go check out LOKR, LOKR.io. Lots of cool things happening there in their new app. So download that and check it out. It's super easy to use and interactive, and there's a lot more happening. You heard it from Anis. Thanks again so much. And guys, good luck and see you on the tracks. I'm out.